All right. Hey everyone, thank you so much for coming to this webinar. My name is Catherine. This is the first time that I've done this on my own. So thank you so much for coming to support me. I appreciate it so much. So as I researched and planned for this call, I listened to a lot of different webinars on Beachbody, and something that stood out to me really clearly is that everyone does this call differently. Right off the bat, I just want to say that that's what I love about this business. It's about your style, your life, what you have to bring to the table. So as I share about my experience and my story, I want you to think about your life and your story. Maybe there's something you can relate to, and I really want you to think about those things. I know so many people who are stressed financially, they're bummed about their health, they're bummed about their fitness level, they're not super excited about what they see when they look in the mirror, whether it's physical or mental or emotional or whatever, but that's where I was when I started this. So when I was 15 years old, I got really sick and I almost died. I was misdiagnosed several times, and all the crazy medicine that my doctor had me taking wreaked havoc on my body. And although I'm thankful to be alive today, I'm not supposed to be. I've struggled with a lot of health issues since that time, specifically in my stomach and my organs. So it's not just like, yeah, sometimes I get tired, but it's like really hard stuff, and it's been hard to deal with. So in 2014, my husband and I went through a lot of really tough stuff. It affected us both really negatively. We were working crazy hard. We never saw each other. I was disappointed and disillusioned with my life. I don't want to go into a ton of detail, but it was a super dark time in my life. And all that anxiety and stress led to a lot of flare-ups with my health issues. One of the conditions that affects me is called gastroesophageal reflux disease. Basically, my stomach or my esophagus doesn't close, so it just stays open all the time. And then the acid that's produced from my anxiety comes up and burns my esophagus and makes it really painful to eat solid foods. So there were like weeks at a time when I wasn't able to eat solid food for like 10 years of my life. It was awful. And my weight fluctuated like crazy. It was depressing. Like I would cry because I couldn't eat food. I knew that I needed a meal replacement shake because, no solid food, got to eat something. But I was drinking something else that was like full of chemicals and just awful. So I knew that I needed something that was actually food. And that's when I started researching Shakeology. And honestly, I was really turned off by the price tag. So I didn't go with it. Months passed. And after all the stuff that we went through in 2014, I actually ended up deleting my Facebook for almost a year. But when I reactivated it, I saw that my friend Nicolette was doing PiYo and drinking Shakeology. And I started getting interested again because I was going to the gym every day for like 2 hours. I'm not even kidding, for like 2 hours. And I was counting calories obsessively, but it wasn't working. And I was so frustrated. But like I saw that she was doing PiYo, and she had been doing PiYo for 8 weeks and drinking Shakeology, and she had just had a baby and she was freaking ripped. And I was like, I need to just do that. Like, why am I not just doing it? And so I just have to say that I never intended to dive into this business. I seriously planned on trying Shakeology for a month. I planned on, deciding that I couldn't afford it. I did sign up for the coach discount on the off chance that I would continue with it after the first month. But seriously, I figured I'd be a month and done. But as I plugged into the community and as I experienced the support and positivity of the coach groups I was in, because, I had signed up for the coach discount, so I was in the coach groups. And the challenge groups were just so positive. It was such an incredible community. And as I plugged more into those communities, I started thinking, maybe I can help someone plug in too. Like maybe I can help someone. So I knew I loved clean eating. I knew I was passionate about health. I knew I was getting the results that I had never gotten before. And, I've always been an active person. I just never saw maintained results like I did with PiYo. So I felt like this actually works. I don't have to be stuck anymore. And the workouts were 20 to 40 minutes. Like I couldn't argue with that. So the challenge group consisted of a clean eating and a mindset boot camp. So I've been kind of clean eating for a long time. time, but I learned that I needed to be consistent. Like my husband was always busy. I was always busy. We were super busy. And so I wouldn't really plan very well, and I would end up eating crap because, I was busy, and then I would get depressed and binge on junk food, and it was just a bad cycle. So, and then it came to the mindset portion of the challenge group, the second half, and that was a huge eye opener for me. It was all about letting go of past hurts, getting negativity out of your life. There was like this mental shift that happened, and I realized that I was keeping myself from enjoying my life. I realized that my confidence was coming back. I remember one day I told my husband, I feel like I haven't been myself for so long, and I feel like I remember who I am. And I just remember that being such a crazy moment. Like, I know who I am. I remember. And that's when I realized that I wanted to jump into this business and help others experience the same transformation that I was experiencing. I wasn't trying to make a bunch of money. I wasn't trying to scam anyone or trick them into, something that wouldn't be good for them. I wanted to help them the way that I had been helped. And people quickly started following my journey on social media. Many started asking me about how I was getting fit, so I plugged them into the challenge group, and here we are. So they trusted me enough to know that if it worked for me, it could work for them. So the heart of this for me is helping others experience freedom like I did. I got started because I wanted to help others, and it helped me to stay accountable to my program too, because I knew other people were watching. I can't ask my challengers to keep up with their fitness and eat clean if I'm not going to do it. So, the last 9 months of my life has been a complete 180. I can't even believe the kind of person that I was a year ago. Here's my cat. A year ago. And I'm just so thankful that God used this opportunity to make that happen. So next, I want to talk to you about the history of Beachbody. And I want to tell you why they went for a network marketing setup rather than like selling at Walmart or Target. So Beachbody was founded in 1998 by Carl Daikeler and John Congdon. And they started out just doing infomercials. It wasn't just fitness, but they realized that fitness was their niche. So they ended up, let me grab this little girl. They ended up partnering with Tony Horton, who I'm sure most of you have heard of him. He created P90X and lots of different fitness programs. And they had great success selling these fitness programs, but they didn't have testimonials from people. They didn't have, before and after pictures. So they decided that they wanted to start an online forum where people would go to talk about their journey, and they would support one another. So eventually P90X graduates started joining, or staying in the forum and like giving advice to the newbies. And Carl, John, and Tony found that the people who participated in the forum had the best results. Like, people were sending in their before and after pictures, and the results were just night and day in comparison. So they needed real transformations from real people, because when you're selling a fitness program or a weight loss product, you have to have proof that it'll actually do what it says it will, right? Like, that's why you see me posting my progress photos. Well, not right now because I'm pregnant, but that's why you saw me months ago posting all my progress photos and the way my life is changing, because I want everyone to see that this process rocks, right? So anyways, they decided, what if we figured out a way to compensate the program graduates? The graduates were helping people for free. So how many more people would they help if they were being compensated, right? So they did a ton of research. They looked into the best way to do this, and they figured out that network marketing was the way to go. And this was a risk. This was a true risk for them. We all know that network marketing has a bad rap. Like, we all know that. There are a ton of companies who have done network marketing really badly. And unfortunately, that's kind of given it a bad name. So they did a ton of research. They realized that was what made the most sense. And that was because it wasn't about selling a bunch of stuff. It was about reaching out to people who can relate to you and helping them with their program. It was about helping people finish programs, helping people see results. Carl Daikeler is like constantly announcing new ways that he's helping America get more active and more educated on health and wellness. He truly cares about ending obesity in America. So all of that was like 8.5 years ago. And now there are 400,000 coaches in the network, and we're projected to get to 4 million Like, the business is not about signing up a bunch of coaches and selling a bunch of products. Like, there's no benefit in doing that. No one's going to benefit from you buying a program that you're just going to return after 2 weeks because, you know, you didn't have any support and you don't see your results. This is about helping people see results as customers and offering the opportunity to people who want to change something in their lives. They want to make an impact and pay it forward. So we have incredible brand recognition, probably the best ever. People know about P90X. Like when I was telling people when I was pregnant that I was doing P90X3, they were like, what? Because P90X is like, you know, everybody knows what that program is and that it's hard. And people know about the 21-day fix. People know about Shakeology. Beachbody is a multi-billion-dollar company. It's projected to keep growing. We have countless success stories that provide the proof that normal people like you and me are grabbing a DVD, working out at home, and we have awesome results that prove that the product is effective. My only regret is that I didn't start sooner because, you know, this is such an incredible company. This is such an incredible opportunity, and I wish that I would have started that first day when I said, I want to try Shakeology, and was scared because it was too expensive. Like, it's crazy. So anyways, I want to talk about what a coach is, because I think there's a lot of misconception about that. A coach is basically a normal person ready to encourage others, who wants to succeed and wants a better life. Somebody who's interested in being an example of healthy living, not perfect, but an example. Someone who wants to help others and pay it forward. These are some of the coaches on my team. They're from all different backgrounds. I have college students. I have people who are new to fitness, people who love fitness. I have florists. I have estheticians. I have moms. I have grandmothers. These are people with integrity. These are people from different backgrounds. They care about others and they're committed to sharing with others. So we drink Shakeology because we know it's freaking incredible and nutrient dense. We commit to workout programs and we finish them. We take our fitness seriously. We commit to healthy living and clean eating, and we share our journey, which encourages other people to say, maybe I could learn how to do that. Maybe I could get healthy. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could finish a program, right? How many of us have started a program and not finished? So that is what coaches are. Now, a coach is not some elitist group of fitness snobs. Like, my team is just a bunch of normal women prioritizing their families and living their lives and helping others get healthy. We're not fitness models. We're not salesy. We're not cold callers. If you're into cold calling, you're probably not going to enjoy this business, because we're about building relationships with people. We're not just cold calling and trying to sell a bunch of product, because again, that doesn't benefit anyone. We're not hunting people down. We want to connect with people. We're not bored. We're not just like, oh, I'm going to post my selfies all over social media. We're not. It's not that we have nothing better to do. This is what we choose to do. We're not ignoring our families. We're doing this for our families. We want to be an example to people. I know sometimes it might seem like, oh my gosh, Catherine posts a lot of selfies on social media, but that's because I want to share what a difference has been made in my life. I want people to know that I love my life and that I'm happy with my life. There are too many people who are miserable with their jobs, miserable with their fitness, miserable with their life, and I want them to see that there's another way and that they do not have to be miserable like that. So we seriously just want to help people be healthy. Like, that is what a coach is. So let's talk about sustainability. Like, is this going to be something where you can actually make a living? So let's be honest. The food in America sucks. It's embarrassing. Like, American cheese, the cheese that has the name of America in the name, like, that is not food. That's not cheese. Hot Pockets are not food. Those like frozen Jimmy Dean sausage breakfast things, like, that's not food. People tell me all the time that like healthy food is too expensive. But you know what? I have friends who live in other countries. I've lived in other countries. And, you know, you raise an eyebrow when you think about GMO versus organic food, because in a lot of other countries, GMO isn't even an option because their country protects them from that. Americans are not so lucky. Our government protects the food industry, not the consumers. And it makes me mad. It makes me really mad, because I look around and I see all these people poisoning themselves and they don't even know any better. And all I want is to feed my family healthy food. I want my family to be able to, I want to be able to grab a piece of, I want to be able to grab food and give it to my family and say, eat this, this is healthy, this is good for you, and not worry about what's in it. But you can't do that. So The normal American diet mostly comes out of a box, right? Convenient foods, processed garbage, even our meats and dairies are slowly killing us. Low fat, low carb, sugar-free foods are packed with chemicals. They have artificial sweeteners. They cause hormone imbalances. There's just crap, and our body doesn't know what to do with that. Chickens in factory farms are usually so sick that their meat is soaked in ammonia, and then the chicken flavor is added back in afterwards. Like Tyson chicken nuggets, that's what you're getting. You're getting like chicken, feathers and, meat and beaks and all kinds of crap that they put into a grinder and they soak it in freaking ammonia. That is not food. As coaches, we educate people on this stuff. We help them get the garbage out and the real whole foods in. You don't have to eat 100% organic to be healthy. You don't have to live off of lettuce and egg whites. It's not hard. People need help. People don't know any better. And if you're one of those people who wants to be healthy but doesn't know what to avoid, that's okay. You can learn as you go. You can help people along the way. You don't have to be a nutrition expert. You just have to learn, you have to have a heart to learn, to educate others, and to make a difference. So the more we demand clean foods, the more they'll be supplied. So I'm going to get off my soapbox, get really mad about this, but is this sustainable? Absolutely. People need to be healthy. People need clean food. They need exercise, and people need help figuring out how to incorporate it into their lives. This isn't a fad. This isn't a quick fix. Healthy living is never going to go out of style. People need to be healthy, and they need help with it. So speaking of healthy eating, Shakeology is next. Shakeology is an awesome meal replacement. It's not a weight loss shake. It's not a protein shake, although it does have protein in it. It's a health shake. It's so full of superfoods and awesome ingredients that it helps your body run super efficiently so that weight loss is inevitable. If you don't need to lose weight, you can drink it in excess. Everyone should be getting the kind of nutrition Shakeology offers daily, and it tastes really good. It's really, really tasty. With so many of our foods being tampered with and sprayed down with God knows what, it's really, really hard to get what your body needs without taking a bunch of supplements. I used to do that. And I can't afford that. You can't afford that. No one can. So Beachbody put all of this stuff together for us, and they ship it to our door every month. Shakeology has 70 ingredients, and they're all natural. There are no fillers, there are no dyes, no artificial sweeteners, or flavors, no preservatives or chemicals. It's literally 100% whole food. It's not packed with soy like most meal replacements out there, which is important because soy is an estrogen mimicker, and estrogen mimickers wreak havoc on your endocrine system, which I believe is one of the main reasons America has so many awful health problems. Your endocrine system deals with your hormones. So people with thyroid issues, people who, people like me with autoimmune issues, all of that stuff happens in your endocrine system. And if it would be one thing if our soy was in its natural state, but 93% of the soy in America is GMO. So Shakeology does not have any of that, any soy. It's also fortified with a multivitamin and probiotics and prebiotics. Prebiotics feed probiotics in your gut. And that means you don't have to take a multivitamin or a probiotic while you drink it. It has a ton of fiber. It helps you to fight off illness. It protects your body from stress. It's awesome. When your body eats a bunch of processed chemical food, your body doesn't know what to do with it, and so it stores it with fat. And that means that all the toxins in that food that you're eating are stored in your fat. And that's why BO stinks, people. That's why your sweat stinks. When your body's consistently getting something as amazing and healthy as Shakeology, it starts to shed all of that fat, detox, cleans up your digestive system so you can actually absorb the nutrients in the food that you eat. One of the things I really appreciate about Shakeology is that it's produced in such a gentle way that all of the nutrients in the food remain intact. It's not just thrown into a furnace and burned up and then powdered and thrown into, the bag. It's really gentle. The temperature is really low. There's no damage to those superfoods. It's essentially dried juicing, and it's considered a whole food. It's also formulated in such a way that your body absorbs more of the nutrients you're getting. So when you combine Shakeology with an exercise program, I'll show you what happens. This is what happens. And this next slide is why I love coaching. I get to participate in this. I get to watch people transform their bodies and their minds. It's not just about losing weight. I'm getting emotional over here. It's not just about losing weight. I've watched women overcome depression. They've changed their mindset, they've changed their diet, and they've overcome depression. I've personally come out of depression. And I've watched people come off their medications. I've come off of medications. I've watched people lower their cholesterol and their triglycerides. I've watched people make a difference in the lives of their family. The person on the top left, that person, she's lost 40 pounds in 2 months, and she has this condition where fluid, it's related to her weight, fluid will build up in her brain, and it'll cause her to go blind. And like, this is a serious thing, and she's not dealing with that problem right now because her body is doing what it was meant to do. And I get to participate in this. I get to watch this happen. And I get to be the person that they call on the phone and say, oh my gosh, you'll never believe what my doctor told me. And it's amazing. So, okay, pull yourself together. I've built quality friendships with people I would have otherwise never even met. Like, I think about the friendships. I have a team of women that I get to work alongside. I'm not in this alone. And, we work together as a team. And I'm going to show you how we do it. And that's just by sharing. You use your individual style, you use your personality, and you share your journey with others. So many people message me every week to tell me how thankful they are that I've shared my journey. So many people have told me that watching my journey has inspired them to start theirs. And even if they're doing a different program, even if they're like, hey, you inspired me to start CrossFit, like, that makes me so happy. I still count it as a victory because, again, this business is about education and advocacy, not just about selling products. This is about clean living, whatever that looks like for you. So these are just some examples of ways that I've shared my journey with social media. So I want to talk about some of the common concerns that a lot of people have. And the first one is, I'm not in shape. I don't have a transformation. And all I have to say is that's okay. Neither did I. One of the best ways to invite people to go on a fitness journey with you is to do it with them, not after you. Like, link arms with them, do the hard work with them. If some like ripped fitness model came up to you and was like, hey, join my challenge group, you wouldn't do it. Like, I would be way too intimidated. Like, no thanks, lady. Like, you're obviously doing something that I'm not capable of. But if a normal person comes up to you and says, hey, like, I want to help you if you have any questions, like, you would go with the person that you relate to more. So if you invite your friends and family now, you can do it with them. The second one is, I know nothing about fitness, and that is okay. Beachbody has laid everything out for you. A challenge pack comes with Shakeology, so there's your nutrition. A challenge pack comes with an awesome fitness program, so there's your workout. And a challenge pack comes with a super effective nutrition system that'll teach you how to eat clean. And you don't have to tell them how to eat because the program already does that. You just have to show them how you made it work for you. And you have me. I've been studying clean eating for a long time, and I'm an open book. Any knowledge and experience I have, I'll pass on to you. I didn't always practice what I knew, but I've been literally since I was like 17 years old studying about how I can be more healthy because of all these crazy problems I've had in my body. So you don't have to be a nutritionist or a trainer to be a Beachbody coach. You certainly can be, but you don't have to be. The third one is, I don't have time. The cool thing about this business is that you can start your business in an hour per day. You have to be efficient. I mean, you can't sit around on Facebook like just doing whatever. But I'll teach you about the power hour, which is, how you can, grow in this business, doing your power hour. If you start doing this consistently, your business will start to bring in some income and build momentum off the bat. I'll be real. If you want to be a business building coach like I am, it's going to take you more than an hour per day. I started out with about 1 or 2 hours per day, and I work 2 to 4 hours per day. But I'm fine with that. I love doing what I do. I'm very happy with the income that I bring in for the time and effort that goes out, and I freaking love what I do. Like, it doesn't feel like work to me. The next one is I'm bad at sales and I don't know enough people. All I have to say is good. I don't want you to be good at sales. If you want to be salesy, you should find another team to join. I don't train my team to be salespeople. We share our journeys and people come to us, really. Like, we attract the people that that want to make a real change in their lives. If you feel like you don't know enough people, that's okay too. I had just reactivated my Facebook when I started this, and I didn't have very many friends at all, but now I have over 1,300 friends on Facebook, and it's not just like a bunch of creepers, it's, real people, and I can teach you how to do that. So the next objection that I hear is, this is a pyramid scheme and you're trying to make money off of me. And I want to give a little more detail about this. So this is why network marketing has a bad reputation. And I'm going to tell you why Beachbody is absolutely not a pyramid scheme. We all know that pyramid schemes are illegal, first of all. It's a totally unsustainable business model. The only way to be compensated is by recruiting others into the scheme. In a pyramid scheme, there are no products or services being offered, but there's a large enrollment fee, and the person at the top makes a cut of your money. So, the person at the top is making something off of everyone below them. And Beachbody is not that. Beachbody is a known and trusted company. It was inducted into the Better Business Bureau's Hall of Fame in 2011, and it's maintained an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau since that time. So that means that Beachbody not only does things legally, but really freaking well. Every coach earns what they deserve, and your income is based upon how many people you help. So every coach receives the same commission, the same bonuses, whether you joined today, last week, or 5 years ago. You have the same compensation plan as every other coach in the network. Members at any level can earn a high income, and you can outrank and out-earn more than somebody above you. You can outrank and earn more than somebody above you. So if you sign up under me, that doesn't mean that you're stuck wherever I am. I'm a diamond rank right now. So if you joined and you busted your butt, you could be a star diamond before I was. But the only person who can hold you back is you. So there's a low startup cost. It's 100% refundable if you decide you hate it. So yeah, this is not illegal. It's not a scheme. You earn what you deserve. It's all based upon you. So there are 3 different kinds of coaches in Beachbody. The first one's a discount coach. And this is somebody who doesn't want to coach, doesn't want to lead challenge groups, doesn't want to do any business. They just want the discount. That's fine. That's totally fine. Hobby coaches want to make a couple $100s a month. They want to bring in a couple people here and there. They're not running their own challenge groups. They're not making this into a full-time business. And then business builders is what I am. Business builders want to build a business. They want to be a CEO. They want to help tons of people get healthy. They want to train others on how to run a successful Beachbody business, and they want to make a real living. So the cost to coach is free if you've ever purchased a challenge pack. So the challenge pack is a workout program bundled with Shakeology. And this runs between $140 and $205, depending on which program you want to try with your Shakeology. Shakeology is $4 a serving, $130 per month, not as a coach. So your first purchase is about $140 or more than that if you choose something different. And after that, it goes down to like $95. So if you haven't purchased a challenge pack, there's a one-time fee of $39.95. This is just one time. If you purchased a challenge pack, that's waived. So there's an ongoing monthly charge of $15.95, which takes care of all of the behind-the-scenes stuff. So you don't have to deal with shipping. You don't have to deal with customer service, returns, website maintenance. This is super nice because we don't have to have a stock of inventory on hand and ship it ourselves. Beachbody does everything for us. So $15.95, totally worth it in my opinion. You also save 25% on all your Shakeology, all other Beachbody purchases. Even with the business fee, you save money each month. If you bought a challenge pack and you drink Shakeology every month, being a coach saves you about $17 per month. So next, the compensation plan. This is, how we make our money. We make 25% off of all of our retail commissions and 40% on all Beachbody Club memberships. This is the online streaming service that Beachbody offers. So we make 40% of that. There are lots of bonuses that you can qualify for when you set someone up with Shakeology or a challenge pack. And there's opportunity to earn team cycle bonus once you are an Emerald coach. So this is where the opportunity to make a more significant income comes from. This is determined by how well your entire organization does. So basically, if you're training your team and growing your organization, Beachbody recognizes your efforts by paying you a bonus. This does not come from your coaches. This bonus does not come from, your coach's income. Beachbody pays this bonus. So once you become a Star Diamond coach, there's an opportunity for an elite bonus, which is my goal for this year. Elite, getting my team to elite. And this is basically $500 in your pocket every month just for being elite. And there are quarterly bonuses depending on milestones in the business. So basically, Star Diamonds get a bonus based on the total earnings of the entire company that quarter. This can be up to $30,000 in business or in bonuses every quarter. It's amazing. Like, this company is so giving when it comes to their compensation plan. And on top of all of this, you can earn prizes, you can earn all-inclusive trips, you can earn free merchandise just for hitting certain goals in your business. Beachbody also gives you customer leads. There's a Success Club trip to Punta Cana in 2017, and I've already earned a quarter of my all-inclusive stay in 1 month. So I've already earned all of that toward that trip. I'll probably by April or May have paid off the entire thing. So Beachbody truly loves their coaches and rewards the one who take this business seriously and put in the effort to train their teams. So I'll tell you a little more about my personal experience with the compensation plan. So this is something I've been doing from home in my spare time. I was really, really busy. I was a full-time music director for a private school when I first started this, and then my husband and I moved across the country, and it was crazy. So I didn't always take this very seriously, but I've been able to contribute at least $400 per month every single month since I started. There were some weeks when I made almost that in a single week. My goal is to double that by July. And on average, I've made $140 a week since the day I signed up, which, like I said, for a couple of hours a day, that's totally worth it in my opinion. So how do you know you'll be successful? By joining this team, you're joining some of the top coaches in the whole business. Our upline is like one of the top coaches in the whole business. I think she's been the top coach before, but I think right now she's like 2 or 3. We're part of the Bombshell Dynasty and Dynasty United, which are incredible teams, and we have access to all of their trainings. My coach's team, the Upgraded Alliance, was in the top 1% of all of Beachbody for 2015, and we're continuing to grow. Everything that my coaches and I have had success with will be passed down to you. I'll take you through trainings. There's a 21-day new coach training. If you choose, there's an Emerald and a Diamond training. And there are so many other resources that are available for free. Every week we have a team call. We brainstorm ideas. We share best practices. You'll have one-on-one calls and support from me. My tools are your tools, and I will give freely. I'm not trying to keep all of my success to myself. I want to help you build a successful business too. You'll be part of a community, and our team is so special. And, I'm going to match your efforts. As long as you're reaching your goals, I want to help you get there. So there's no right or wrong way to be a successful coach. People will come to you based upon who you are and what you have to offer. So my organization is called the Inspire Alliance. I'm passionate about inspiring growth in others. There are so many people who have the nicest cell phones, they have expensive cars, beautiful jewelry and clothing, yet when you ask them if they want to do something for their health, the answer is, oh my gosh, I just can't afford it. And I'm just going to call your bluff right there, because it's your health. It is your freaking health. And even if you just sign up as a discount coach and get friends to join you, boom, your challenge pack is paid for. There's no excuse. You plus 3 people joining you, you're good. And Beachbody does this, offers this system so that fitness would beget fitness and health would beget health. They want to create this domino effect of health and wellness in America. You only get one body, you only get one life. one chance to take care of yourself. And once your body starts deteriorating, there's no going back. You're stuck dealing with the damage that has been done. So stop telling yourself all the reasons you can't and start asking yourself how you can make it happen. I want this team to feel more like a family than a team. I want to support one another and reach our goals together. So if this seems like, something that you want to jump on board with, something that you're excited about, contact me or the coach who invited you. Tell them what kind of coach you are. Tell them whether you're a discount, hobby, or a business builder. Your coach will then assist you with sign up. They'll help you get plugged into a challenge group and the new coach training if you're a hobby or a business builder. And then start your journey with confidence, because you are going to love this process. You're going to love the community, and this is going to be a positive thing in your life. So I just want to thank everybody for coming. I really, really appreciate your support. I am happy that you want to learn more about this because, like I said, it's such an incredible opportunity. It's such an incredible business, and I'm so proud to be a part of this. So I really hope you all have a good night, and if you have any questions, please post them in the group, or in the event page, or if you have any questions, feel free to send me a private message. That's totally fine too. So I hope you all have a really good night. Thank you so much.